from New Jersey. And this is Pat Talk until it is on their necks, of course. Should the brothers decide to check in, it will be a Pat Talk conversation. If not, it will be me riding solo. I'm probably going to open the floor up as well, depending on how this conversation is going. But real quick, man, I also want to let y'all know that this program is brought to you by Bloodline Films in collaboration with LWF Training. My brother Juan J. Johnson believes that there is a lone wolf in all of you, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely hit him up, lwftraining.com, for all your firearms needs, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Now, with that being said, listen, let me go in here and check see what family is in here, man. I know it's been a minute, y'all. Your boy been trying to get to this bag. Actually, ain't trying. Been getting to this bag the whole time. So pardon me if I haven't tapped in a minute. Okay, pardon your boy, but I had to get to this chicken. Okay, the lights got to stay on somehow. But let me go to the chat and see who's in the building right now. Man, if you're in the building, let your boy know it's real. Let me get a little homie chef in here. Y'all know how we do. If you're in here, sound off in that chat for your boy. Okay?
Peace, 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 peace. Let's see who up in here real quick. Let me see who is in the building right now. Let me get these sounds together. You know, let me see. I see the brother. We got the brother Negro checking in bright and early, ladies and gentlemen. Salute to the Negro. Salute. Let me see who else is in here. The God, Brother Black Lyric. Peace, Brother Black Lyric. Salute to the God, Brother Black Lyric. Yes, indeed. Who else is in here? Let me see. Yes, indeed. My brother Nico. Yes, sir. Brother Nico. Salute to the God, Brother Nico in the building. Yes, indeed. Salute. Yes, indeed. Let me see who else is in here one more time. All right, we good for now.
All right, brothers. Good to see y'all checking in. Like I said, I may be opening this kitchen up at some point, man, but I want to get into a couple niggatizers. All right, couple niggatizers just to get this thing rolling. And then we'll start getting into the real conversation, man. But ladies and gentlemen, our focus for today, we got a lot of sore losers out here in these streets. And the sister Taylor, who did an exceptional job of whooping on that girl. I'll show you who she is. You see her trying to yell at the sister Taylor right here in the thumbnail. Whooped on her. Gave her the beating that she deserved in the tennis match. And she didn't want to take the L like a professional. So she started getting out of her body. Okay? And the sister had to regulate her touch. You know? Had to show what real sportsmanship is like. You know? Checked her with some grace, as they would say. So we're going to touch on that as well. And then, of course, we'll get into the Cracker Barrel initiative, right? You got this CEO here, y'all see in the thumbnail, by the name of Julie Felss Masino, or whatever the hell. I think that's her name. Mansion. It's her name. She tried to come out here, change up the Cracker Barrel logo, etc., y'all. Isn't it interesting how all these lefty, woke folks, these liberals, they all look the same? Is it me? Am I bugging? Don't they all look exactly the same, man? It's a look about a liberal. The apologist, right? That I understand what you're going through as liberal. Okay? They all got this I want to be cool with the cool people thing going on with him. Okay? Although we know it's just a jokes that's being ran. Just the jokes. However, she caught the backlash from the Cracker Barrel loyalists. They said, we see you coming in with your bullshit. We see you trying to roll that woke shit in here, and you going to have to pack that up. Let us get the homie back the way we like him. Let us get the homie back the way we like him. Huh? Well, we're going to have that conversation, family. But right now, let me get into something that I saw that kind of rubbed your boy a little wrong. It kind of bugged me out, man. And quite frankly, a lot of shit start to make sense when I hear the rhetoric of this young lady. Now, some chick is in high school, right? This chick is in high school, and I'm going to see if they allow me to share it. But this chick is in high school, and she started dating her teacher to get a passing grade. So she started giving up cheeks early in the game, right? Letting teacher blow her back out just so she can get a better grade, y'all. And I'm going to bring this up right here because this is the shit. This is the real shit that's been going on for quite some time. Because I'm going to keep it a buck with you. And this is the thing that doesn't get enough of that shine that it deserves. This shit was going on when I was in high school. Okay? This shit was going on when I was in high school 30 years ago. Damn near 30 years ago. Okay? Them chicks walking around, they always got the older head coming to pick him up and shit like that. Right? Always got the old head picking them up outside. That dude at a bare minimum is at least another 15 to 20 years older than these shorties. Right? A lot of rumors about some of the chicks in high school, messing with the math teacher and different shit like this. Very interesting. Even in this case right here, I think this chick is sleeping with her math teacher. Right? Ironically, shit ain't adding up. No point intended. Let's go ahead and play this. Fair use.
I'm dating my teacher, and this is, like how it is and like how we met and everything. Okay, so I knew him before, but like I didn't have his class. So like, I think he subbed for my class one time, and we had like a really good conversation. And I knew that he was going to be going because, what is his name? I knew he was going to be going because I was talking about something to these girls about.
What is going, y'all? Help your boy out. I know I'm not that old. I'm still a millennial. But what is going? You telling me these young chicks already know how to sniff out a simp or a cat that they can run a jukes on? Right? I mean, help me out because, again, a lot of stuff we hear and a whole bunch of protect black women stuff going on here. Right? Without the other flip side of that coin where these chicks don't got no problem lining a dude up, no matter what the age is. This is interesting to me. Let's go ahead and play some more of this.
Like, I think a girl got exposed or something, and he wanted to see the video of her being exposed. So when he did that, I was kind of just like, oh, he's one of them. Like, I already know, but I didn't think so much of it.
He's one of them. Sounds like a repeat offender. Shout out to my sister Star for checking in. Good to see you, sis. Good to see you, sister Star. Always a pleasure. Okay. Sounds like she's a repeat offender here, ladies and gentlemen. Lining older men up for whatever her game might be. Interesting. Chicks ain't victims. A lot of chicks aren't victims, y'all. They are the predators. They've always been predators, quite frankly. That survival, the way the thing that a lot of chicks look at survival is about what they can get. And when it runs dry, let's move on to the next thing. Let's keep it going, though.
To mind my business. Cool. Next year, I end up getting his class. We chatting it up. He always, like you could just tell. I don't know. It's just signs. And then he would always like try to keep me like after his class. Like when everybody would go to lunch, he wanted me to like sit in there and eat lunch with him. And we would just chat it up. And then eventually he started like giving me money. And then I was like, and then eventually he followed me on Instagram. And, things led to another. And yeah, I have like a really good grade.
Things led to another. That's what she said. Things led to another. Man, look.
I beg your pardon?
Dr. Umar, man. Huh? Things led to another. These chicks is lining dudes up. Early age, older age, it don't matter. Social media is raising the youth, y'all. Stripping innocence at a very early age. Nearly non-existent, y'all. Let me see what my sister Star saying right quick. You have to ask who taught her how to hustle men like this, and that is the question of the day, sis. She feels free to put this on social media because of the home she comes from that allows it, right? Apple more than likely didn't fall too far from the tree, sister Star, right? But again, we'll also know that a lot of these parents, especially these newer parents, they don't want to really be so much involved with their kids. So they give them electronics and shit. Tell them to go ahead and get on the internet for a little while. And the internet has been raising these kids for a while. Okay? And we already know once you get locked into the algorithm, that's all that feeds and comes through to your child. So she could have been watching something for years and said, let me test it out. And just because she wasn't exposed to the extreme part of what come with trying to live that kind of lifestyle, it's nothing for her. Let's keep doing it. Hit the lick. Line him up. Let me get an A plus. Right? Let me get this.
Class, I'm not gonna fail. Especially because the class is math, so it's really, really hard. I'm so bad at math, so I'm so grateful for him being a math teacher because the year is going to go by as a breeze.
The math ain't mathing, y'all.
I beg your pardon?
Huh? Bust down high school chicks. They always been around. Always. I've been out of high school for 30 years. 30 plus years, actually. These type of Jones been giving it up since then. Well, even before then, shit.
Love him.
Love
I
him.
think he has a wife. I don't know. But if he has a wife, then I would say that, like, I would stop talking to him. But at the same time, this is my grade on the line, so I don't know.
I beg your pardon?
Yo! Yo! Is this a victim? Right? Let's have a question. Let's have a conversation. Is this a victim? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And then she starts getting to that particular lifestyle, right? That side of that life that comes with it, all the extra wild shit that comes with moving like this. All I'm going to say is this. Even her being in high school, you play silly games, get silly fucking prizes, right? You're going to learn today. No point intended, right? And she know that the dude is probably married. But she like, oh, well, I need this A right now. So whatever it is, let me go ahead and flirt. Let me throw him a little bit of cheek. This ain't nothing. I need to get this A right now. Ain't that some shit for y'all ass, man? Let me tell you something. Let's keep it going, though. I wanted to flow with this real quick. And then I want to show y'all something else, family. Make sure y'all hitting them likes. Y'all sharing this thing on out. We're going to keep it percolating in here, man. I got this other thing that I was peeping that wowed me out when I saw it the other day. It really wowed me out because this might be old. Some of y'all might have seen it already. But what they're thinking about doing with some of these folks in jails, because we've been watching a whole bunch of jails get cranked open, right? We've been watching a bunch of jails get cranked open, okay? And I believe it is really time that they're going to start giving alternatives as far as serving jail time, okay? Now, initially, a lot of folks, when they saw the jails being open all over the place, they said to themselves, okay, that's going to be for the illegal immigrants. But jail has always been a big business, ladies and gentlemen. Jail has always been a big business. So let's check out what they plan to do with some of the folks going in and what are the alternatives for staying out of jail.
So they coming up with a new prison that allows inmates to serve years of their sentence in just a matter of minutes. So the criminals is going to have a choice to spend tens of years behind bars, or they can make the choice to get the artificial memory implanted into their brain. So this process is called Cognify. And the intent of it is to treat the criminal like a patient. They're going to try to change the person's brain chemistry. After this process, when they re-enter society, they will be new and reformed, and they won't even be capable of committing any other crime. The chip can make the patient feel empathetic. Depending on the severity of the crime, the chip can also make you feel the emotional and physical pain of the victim and the family members. You can feel what they felt. So the process only takes about 7 minutes. But to the patient, it seemed like it had been years. Last year, the U.S. government spent $8.7 billion taxpayers' dollars on the prison. They say with this new prison, they can save money for health care, education. Also, they feel that it will be so many reformed people that doesn't commit crimes. Y'all leave in the comments and tell me what y'all think about this. Do y'all think this is actually going to work? Or do y'all think that they're creating something that they don't even know that they're creating? Y'all leave in the comments and tell me what y'all think.
Interesting. Shout out to the content creator for this one, y'all. How many of y'all up to speed on this initiative here? How many of y'all up to speed on this initiative? Man, I've been watching all types of shit. Outside of this, I mean, they got this, right? And I believe as far as that whole COVID situation was concerned, that those vaccines, I believe they are biological chips. Because there's been a great deal of people randomly passing away with this stuff. And I told folks, man, and the cats looked at me like I was crazy when I said it. I was like, yo, those vaccines are like, that's bio warfare. Those are chips going in folks. Okay? Those are chips going in people. And little by little, just so we don't catch up to it, they pressing the button, detonating on them folks. Either you go and do some crazy shit, or you magically pass away by quote unquote natural causes. Yeah, they just running more plays as far as I'm concerned, y'all. That's for real. They running more plays. Let me see what my sister Star say. They locked up our activists. This initiative will squash any pushback. Interesting. That's interesting, Sister Star. Yeah, how many of y'all agree with Sister Star? They locked up the activists, and this initiative is going to shut down any potential new uprising. All right. I think particularly as far as all of the system itself, I believe, doesn't take any of the current activists seriously. They don't see them as any real threats because the weaponization of algorithms and the way media is intake or absorbed by folks, you don't get no juice unless you got a following. Okay? Unless the system says you're good, you go viral, people start listening to what you got to say. Okay? So I think even with that, the true activists don't really have all that fly talking shit. All that fly talking don't really happen from true activists. True activists just do things, get shit done. That's what I know about a true activist. But nonetheless, let's keep this thing moving, ladies and gentlemen. I want to go to the next subject matter that I had here. I saw something else that I wanted to touch on, y'all, and then we're gonna get into your hateful, your spiteful little tennis player hating on, talking about she wasn't in her country. Talking about she wasn't in her country, so she would have played a lot better. That's just a sore way to lose here. But I'm going to show you this, man. Check this out. I saw this little bull, right? Young man was at a birthday party. And they had a bunch of little stuffed cartoon characters from back in the day, right? They had these characters from back in the day, doing their thing, dancing and shit. And his mom pops out with a shit in the air, starts twerking, and little man is hot. Little man hot, like, ma, come on, man, you got me looking crazy out here, ma. So watch this, y'all. Check this out. Check this out right here. Little man is pissed off that his mom got him looking crazy out here with her shit all up in the air. Let me get this. Go ahead and play this. Don't hate on your boy. Don't hate on me. Let me see, y'all. Let me see if we can get it going. Bear with your boy, ladies and gentlemen. That's interesting. It just decided not to play. Okay. Well, I'll come back to it if I need to, ladies and gentlemen. That's interesting. So my internet, is they trying to get at your boy? Let me see what I'm on right now. Hold on. Let me check the sources, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, let me check something. Okay. That's something separate right there. Let me see. Okay. We'll get back to this, family. Let me go ahead and keep this thing vibrating. Ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and also if you'd like to become the sponsor of the program, it will be only $25 to be the sponsor of today's program, ladies and gentlemen. Any contributions will be appreciated today. Okay? So definitely hit that Cash App, become the sponsor. Or if you just want to hit it on GP, definitely go ahead and do that, family. Go ahead and do that. And we'll keep it vibrating in here. Keep it percolating. So let me show you something else that I saw as well then before we get to that. Shout out to your girl. Shout out to your girl, Mara Bowser, y'all. Okay? Shout out to your Mara Bowser out there in D.C. She's out here clapping, praising your boy Trump now. As before, she was against all the little efforts that he was making as far as trying to clean D.C. up. But now she's singing a different tone. Let's check it out.
And we greatly appreciate the surge of officers that enhance what MPD has been able to do in this city. The most significant thing that we are highlighting today is the area of crime that was most troubling for us in 2023. Now, we have driven it down over the last years, but
have
I'm
you?
gonna get my glasses so I can make sure I can see it correctly.
Yeah, get your bullshit
But
together,
for
yeah.
carjackings, the difference between this period, this 20-day period of this federal surge and last year represents a 87% reduction in carjackings in Washington, D.C. We know that when carjackings go down, when the use of gun goes down, when homicide or robbery go down, neighborhoods feel safer and are safer. So this surge has been important to us for that reason.
Somebody tapped her on the shoulder and sat her the fuck down. Somebody sat Mary Bowser down, said, listen, you going to keep playing and you going to get packed the hell up too. We're going to pack you up. This is a different tone. Okay, she sound like, you know who she sound like, y'all? She sound like the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, when he was first clapping for the Dems, and then next thing you know, he turned. He had a whole new tone after that. Wasn't talking none of that fly shit no more. Okay, and now he's quote unquote running as an independent. Get out of here. Get that bullshit out of here, man. Okay, let me see this. Right. 87%. That's the thing that I was saying. Okay? That's the thing that I was saying, man. Shout out to Brother Negro in here, man. Listen, let me keep this thing flowing, though, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Let me keep it flowing. I'm just watching all of these folks slip and slide. Let me tell you something. It's not about fearing the crime levels in their neighborhood. It's got nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the security of their positions, y'all. Okay? And placating to the base and to their paymasters. These folks in these positions don't give a flying fuck about what's happening in their communities. Nowhere. Quite frankly, this is all a game to them. She was real about it just a week ago. Now they done tapped her on the shoulder and she's like, oh, he's doing an excellent job. Get your ass out of here. Now he's doing a phenomenal job. You've seen some improvement, etc., etc. Get the bullshit up out of here, man. All of the bullshit, y'all. It ain't gonna ever stop, though. I want to see how long she keeps this up. Because right now, that whole Democratic side is looking real jacked the hell up. And it don't look like they got no real upswing as far as that party is concerned. Everybody looks terrible right now. Okay? Now, I think I got this thing to where I want it. I want to play this little homie. Because, again, I want to know, okay, is this a problem for the father? Did the father create this? Or it's just that mom and the little boy is crying out for help, and the only way he know how as far as being aggressive, right? Trying to get some dignity restored back in his surroundings. Look at his mom. Let me see if I can get this thing going. Give me this. Okay, it was just playing, y'all. Damn, they be hating. They be hating your boy. Let me see if I can get this back. Why they hating on me so much? All right. It's all good, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? We're going to skip that. I really wanted to show that young bull. That little man was so pissed off, man. He jumped on his mom. That's literally his mom right there. Well, her shit tooted all the way to the sky. All the way up. Okay? Now imagine you got some of these celebrity moms out here, right? Who got sex tapes and all that other shit. How you think those kids feel if you got a regular kid with no real, you know what I mean, no super finances around him. But then you got your mom who just full-blown ratchet. Let me see something here. Let me try this then. Oh man, look at that. Look at mom, look at mom. Look at mom. Look at little boy. Yeah. Oh, look how she did him. Did y'all see that? She damn near kicked little boy all the way across the lawn. Because she want to throw her ass in the circle. Look at this. Man, how you supposed to... Man... Even if the father's not there, he's not present, he decided to be a deadbeat, well, mom is meeting him right in the middle with her bullshit. This little kid, unless uncles or somebody of substance intervenes, this little dude ain't got a chance in hell. And he already fighting back against the bullshit at an early age. Look at this. Kicking little bull. He fighting his mom. Mom, you embarrassing me. I don't want to be looked like this. My friends is going to laugh at me when we go back to school. She kicking him. All right? She kicking him across the jaw. That's that part. Right. What my brother Negro say? Buck breaking little bull. She's buck breaking the little man already. Off top. Damn. Then we wonder. Then we say, oh, well, she ain't have no... Y'all think that's a Section 8 neighborhood she living in? What y'all think? You think she got government assistance, y'all? And shout out to Trump. I'll give him this, although he a piece of shit. Shout out to him cutting off a lot of people's EBT cards. Yeah, did y'all check that? Trump cutting off a bunch of folks that be out here buying lobsters and... Well, not even lobsters, but crab legs and waffles and all types of shit. Trying to make YouTube and TikTok videos with the EBT cards. He done cut they shit off. Dr. Umar. Cut they shit off. Okay? I like that for them. Get your ass outside and go to work. Okay? Shit, the rest of us got to do it every goddamn day. Let me play some more of this, y'all. Look at Lil Bull. Stop it, Mom. That's him saying stop it, and she gonna swing at her son. Then you got the little punk ass friends or uncles pulling on little boy. Now again, y'all, that's his mom. That's this little man's mom. Okay? This shit broke my heart when I saw it. Let me play some more. Then you got the whoever the hell this is, either a friend or whatever, they jumping in like they're gonna jump little man. Oh, chef, they just playing. Nah, little dude is embarrassed. He also know what he got to look forward to when he go to school the next day. Right? He already know what's coming for him. And now he got to deal with the cats that like to make jokes. This is the bullshit. This is the bullshit, y'all. This is the bullshit right here. Let me see my sister start. This is how ratchets mark their territory.
I beg your pardon.
Sister Star. That's how they mark their territory, sis. Sister Star said, that's how these motherfuckers say, listen, this is my area. You stay over there with it. Shout out to Sister Star for becoming our sponsor of today's broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. She said she want to see the rest of this conversation. Shout out to my sis. Sis, I'm gonna get you in the skylights shortly, sis. But thank you. I appreciate you contributing right off GP, keeping us live and moving along. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate my sister Star. She is our sponsor for today's broadcast. If you'd like to become a co-sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, match Sister Star with a $25 contribution. Or if you'd like to be the sole sponsor of today's broadcast, you have to surpass the $25 contribution. Okay? And if you just want to put on for GP, $FTS49. Salute to everybody. Now, again, let's keep this conversation flowing, man. Again, this is Little Man, and salute to the folks that's coming in here. I didn't share this too heavy on my Twitter, on my X account. I only am going live on Rumble and YouTube. But salute to everybody that's over here and who are subscribed, man. Make sure y'all like as well. Okay? Let's keep this thing percolating, though. I wanted to play this because there's a few things that come to mind for me when I think of the state of our community. You know, you got people out here who say we have no education, right? Right? Everything about us essentially is ghetto in the case of this situation, right? Now, we got this sister right here who seems to be a very good tennis player, okay? Extremely good tennis player, this young lady right here. But because she beat the brakes off the little white chick right here, okay? White chick starts going on a tirade, calling her non-educated, trifling, all this extracurricular shit for no reason because she caught the L. So I'm going to play this clip for y'all. If you haven't seen it, this happened like a couple days ago, quite frankly, y'all. This happened a few days ago. I'm going to play this clip so y'all can see it. But, really sore loser. And, you would think that, she understands what sportsmanship is like and conduct. But clearly, you can't teach your old dog new tricks.
Education,
and some of these folks just don't know how to get this shit right. So let's go ahead and play this up, family. Fair use, another one. We're going to roll it in here. Salute to everybody that's checked in with your boy, ladies and gentlemen. Salute. Let's check this out.
She told me that I have no education, no class, and to see what happens if we play each other outside of the U.S. And I said, I'm excited. Bring it. So I can't speak on how she felt about it. That's something that you're going to have to ask her. I didn't take it in that way. but also, that has been a stigma in our community of, being non-educated and all the things when it's the furthest thing
Right.
from the truth. And the thing that I'm the most proud of is that I let my racket talk,
That part.
because ultimately I'm the one here sitting in front of you guys, moving on to the next round, getting the next check, moving on, being able to still be here and speak to you guys. And that's what's the most important. She's packed up and she's gone.
Packed
I'm
up.
here. And that's the only thing that matters. So whether it had racial undertones or not, that's something that she could speak on. But the only thing that I'm worried about right now is continuing to move forward through this tournament. I know that I'm a fantastic tennis player, and I know that I have a lot of things that I want to accomplish. And this is another stepping stone. It's another brick that I'm laying on my foundation.
Shout out to the sister Taylor Townsend. Shout out to the sister Taylor Townsend. Yeah. Listen, we keep it simple. Sometimes you ain't got to overthink shit. She's packed up, off to the next L. Shout out to our sister Taylor Thompson. She's going to get the next bag. All right? And politely sunned her. I love this for her. I love that. Okay? This is class. When you smile and you walk off, you semi-drop the mic on a motherfucker because they getting out of pocket, but you ain't got to throw hands. All right? You gave the L. You delivered a solid L to her, and you walking off with the bag. All right? And she's in the, shout out to the sister Taylor. She's in the that game was in the U.S., y'all. Okay? It was the Open in the U.S. So it was a lot of U.S. fans there already rocking with the sister Taylor. I like that. Sometimes it's rare when you see that, but it was a lot of people, even white folks, was rocking with the sister Taylor. Okay? All different races was rocking with the sister because they saw how out of pocket this chick was. Melinda or whatever the hell her name is. Sore loser.
And this is another stepping stone. It's
Yeah,
another
Jelena,
brick that I'm laying on my foundation, or on my road to greatness, And so ultimately, whatever it is that it is, I don't take any offense to it, but I'm really proud of the way that I handle myself. And,
That part,
more than
Negro.
anything, if my son sees that, I know that he'll be proud of me as well. And that's what matters the most.
That part. Shout out to the sister Taylor Townsend. Foot that ass, going to get the next check. Salute to this sister right here, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we got to do. Salute. You understand me? I like shit like this. However, when her opponent, Jelena, I think that's how you say her name, Jillian, already says you have no class, right? No education. The previous clip I just played is a projected perception and stereotype of our people, right? That tells these folks how we should be perceived, regardless of what it is, regardless if they even had that direct experience with us. They already come to the U.S., right? She's not in her place. She's not in her country. But she already coming saying, you have no class, blackie. Okay? No education, black. Right after you caught that L. See, this is the issue. And it's because of images like we just saw. Right? Mom kicking her son damn near halfway across the lawn because she want to throw her ass in her funky, ratchet ass in the air. Then the friends who were equally as trifling and ratchet try to jump on the son. That kid, man, he's got to get far away from whatever that is. But he's smart enough, even at that young age, and this is why I had to play it in the sequence I'm playing it, family. Even at that young age, that kid understands that there should be some particular dignity with which you should carry yourself. Because if not, it makes the rest of us look bad. And I got to deal with the bullshit. Shout out to that young man being smart enough at that young age to understand the ramifications of his mother's trifling, ratchet behavior. All right? So let's get to the next one here, family. Salute to everybody that's still in here with your boy. I appreciate y'all, man. This is on their necks. All right. I'm holding it down solo like I do's. And it could turn into Pat Talk should the brothers decide to come in here. I just sent them the link about an hour ago, so I'm not really expecting nobody else, but we want to have a conversation. It's been a while since I chopped it up, cooked it up with y'all, so I'm in here. I'm definitely in here, okay? The next one that I want to bring to your attention, man, let me see something real quick. Okay. Yes, indeed. The next one I want to bring to your attention, family, let's go ahead and keep this thing flowing. I saw another situation that really started bugging me out a little bit, you know. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and handle this Cracker Barrel situation. Okay? I think we definitely need to handle the Cracker Barrel situation. Okay? I don't think anybody want to hear too much about no damn Cardi B. I was going to cover that, but I don't want to hear no
She
damn
told me that I have no education,
I don't want to hear no Cardi B right now. I ain't got the patience for Cardi B tonight, y'all. Let me just keep that a buck. Okay? But I want to bring up your woke Cracker Barrel CEO out here crashing out, doing what they got to do, trying to convince folks about this being a strategic move. Now, for those of you who aren't up to speed, Cracker Barrel decided to change their logo. Okay? Cracker Barrel thought it was a great idea to change their logo and the way that they got a good amount of the setup in those particular restaurants. So they went with this logo here. More of a woke logo as far as I'm concerned. Because they said, oh, it offends people. Well, you know, the white cracker man next to the barrel offends folks. Okay? So we need to make it a little more friendly. Okay? So they decided to change some of the layout in the restaurants. They decided to change the logo. And the understanding is that, okay, this cracker right here with this barrel, okay, is a part of American history, is my understanding. Okay? That's what they say. It's a part of American history. Now, some folks have said, listen, when I go in the Cracker Barrel, I want to feel like Massa let me free, but he didn't really let me free. Some of these coons out here said, stupid ass niggas. Some of these coons out here said, I still want to know that I'm a heartbeat away from Massa being able to put me back in the field or in the big house. So we need this cracker to stay up. We need that barrel to remind most black folks that a good amount of black folks are crabs in the barrel. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Now, don't get me wrong because of what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I believe in the revised logo. I think it's bullshit. I even think the CEO herself is a woke piece of shit. Knockoff. They all look the same. Ulterior motives, etc., etc. Right? But she came out and said, you know what, there's been rave reviews about the revamping of the logo. So we're going to share this thing, man. Let's bring it up. Bring y'all up to speed, ladies and gentlemen. She went on the show with the Strahan show, Good Morning America, to talk her shit or whatever it is. So let's go ahead and play this, get everybody up to speed. Fair use.
I want you to tell us about the redesign of Cracker Barrel and some of your response to the criticism.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here. And if I can, I want to give a quick shout out to the 70,000 team members who bring the Cracker Barrel brand to life for our guests every single day. So
look at that bullshit. That's that woke bullshit. Trying to be hip, trying to be cool. You understand me, y'all? This is what I'm talking about, y'all. I want to give a shout out. To blah, 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 all the people that make our customer experience what it is. Shut your goofy. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is what I'm talking about. The woke shit. Trying to be so hip as if it makes them connective to the black experience. We don't need you to be like us. If anything, you can start with getting your aunties or great uncles to repair what they did to us, along with folks that look like us who contributed to that, participated in that. But nonetheless, let's go
to the remodels. I think what's important is that we are listening to our guests. We're doing this all for them. What they've said is they love the new seating. We're adding in booths, making the chairs more comfortable, putting in new lighting, brightening up the paint color. But what's important is things that people love about Cracker Barrel. The soul of Cracker Barrel is not changing. The rocking chairs are still there. The fireplace is there. The peg game, all the things that make Cracker Barrel, the vintage decor, it's still there and it's working. The result.
It's there and it's working, y'all. It's there and it's working. Lock that in y'all head, family. Okay? Look at her blowing smoke up motherfucker's ass. Boy, if she could blow any higher, shit. Let's play some more.
It's affirm that we're headed in the right direction.
And this is part of a multi-year transfer.
Right? It's there. It's working. They're headed in the right direction. Lock that in y'all heads. Please, family. Please lock that in.
Transformation of the chain. What else can the customers expect to change?
Yeah, well, remember, the heart and soul of Cracker Barrel is going to stay the same. And so today we're actually launching a new campaign called All the More, which really highlights how people feel about Cracker Barrel. It's bigger than just a meal. We've got a retail shop. You're going to get great country hospitality with our scratch-made food in our restaurants, and that's really what this campaign celebrates. So we've enlisted a little bit of help from a guy named Jordan Davis. Maybe you've heard of him. He's got a new single and album out, and he's in our ad and is the voice of it as well. And it really, again, just highlights those things that make Cracker Barrel Cracker Barrel.
Is the food changing?
The food, well, here's what I'll say about that. Innovation has proven to be really great at Cracker Barrel. People are loving our new menu items. We're reinvigorating our dinner menu. We've got a new herb roasted.
People are loving the new stuff. It's really, really working. It's headed in the right direction. Brother Black Layer, let me see my Brother Black Layer. Also, these white woken executives are getting to the bag. That's a fact, though. Well, I can't hate it. The woke white are paid. Goddamn, they paid now. They really are, because I cook for them. They got that bag. I can't hate on them. As long as they give it, hiring me, so I can do what I got to do. Yeah, I mean. But nevertheless, I digress. Let's keep going here, y'all. They definitely get into the bag.
Chicken that is so delicious that launches today. It's like the chicken you would make, Michael, if you were at home making a chicken. Juicy, crisp skin, a nice little sauce that comes with it. But we're also doing some things that our guests love, like bringing back Uncle Herschel's favorite. It's back today in all of our restaurants. So the things that you love at Cracker Barrel are still going to be there.
And a lot of restaurants are leaning and going back to nostalgia, things that the customers are really comfortable with.
We never left it.
Yeah, you never left it, but
you never left it. Is that right? How does never leaving it look? How does never leaving it look? Look like that. All right. Looks like bringing a CEO like this out. Listen, I understand. This the way I am with some shit. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Right? Sometimes people just want what they want. And if you want revised, other fly little contemporary shit, you go to other places for that. Right? But if you want to think about old knockoff version of the Black South cuisine, you go to Cracker Barrel. Yeah. Okay. If you want old knockoff versions of Southern black cuisine, you go to Cracker Barrel. Okay? Yeah. So let's play some more, man. Now, I ain't even going to hate on them. They do got us some good sausage and gravy. I will say that, and some chicken fried steak. That chicken fried steak be kind of where it's at. I ain't gonna hold nobody. But let's keep on going.
Now you're changing up. You're kind of going a different direction. Why is that your strategy?
Yeah, because the Cracker Barrel needs to feel like the Cracker Barrel for today and for tomorrow. And again,
Really? How many people agree with that? I'm going to show you the stats that says, bullshit, CEO Julie Felss. Bullshit. We don't need you to try to revamp something. We like it old and, prohibition type. We like it, 5 steps out the damn plantation. We like it that way. That's what some folks are saying. Let's keep on going.
the things that you love are still there. We need people to choose us, and we want people to choose us because people love this brand. They've loved it. Everybody's got a story, right? Did you go to Cracker Barrel on the way to your grandma's when you were traveling soccer or whatever those things are? Our job is to make Cracker Barrel a place that they want to be today and tomorrow.
You said everybody has their story, and I can see Robin right there. She's shaking her head like, yeah, I have mine with
Robin
grandma,
just told
my
me her
parents.
story. She's a
see?
big Cracker Barrel fan, and we're grateful.
See what I mean when I say the slave that only want to be too far away from the old days. Look at it. Look. This is what I mean when I say slaves that still want to know that when they want to go really, really back home, the plantation is only a couple steps away. Look at the smile on that. Huh? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Some of these Negroes never wanted to get up off that plantation, man. Home, sweet home for these motherfuckers. You got to understand that.
Her story. She's a big Cracker Barrel fan, and we're grateful for it. So.
But it's more than a restaurant, though. You sell furniture, you sell apparel, you sell food,
Yeah.
of course. You even sell bedding.
Yeah.
But how have tariffs affected the prices, and have you felt the effect of the prices?
Yeah, look, we think about the business really in kind of two ways. So the restaurant side, all of those goods, for the most part, are sourced here domestically. That's our food and everything that we're preparing in the restaurant side. The retail side, we get a lot of those goods from all over the world. So we have been really looking at the tariff side there. We're doing everything we can to mitigate the impact because Cracker Barrels, we are an abundant value. When you think about what happens in the restaurant side, our average check is about $15 versus the industry's at $27. So It's an amazing value.
Let's be clear about that. Let me talk to y'all real quick because I'm in the industry heavy. Right? I'm not a surface cat. I'm heavy industry. In order for the average guest check price, ladies and gentlemen, to still be around $15, I need you to understand where the sourcing has to take place. Okay? Right? In order for that to make sense for them, you are not getting top quality shit. I don't care how much volume, okay? How much volume that this Cracker Barrel or these Cracker Barrels do. Okay? In order to keep it at that, you need to be able to source at a place that makes sense, even particularly if it's not authentic proteins, etc. Okay? And with the inflation, with everything that's going on, ladies and gentlemen, okay, it is very rare and difficult, extremely difficult, even for producers, okay, to meet those margins if you're going to retain some type of authentic sourcing. Doesn't work like that. Just don't. The market doesn't even support it. Cost of labor doesn't support it. Right. This is what I'm saying, Sister Star. Cheap cuts of meat, you can select everything. Everything is select or less. Okay? That's how that works. Let's keep it going. Oh, so that was it? Okay. Well, good, ladies and gentlemen. But look, remember, she said these were some of the key things that she said to us. There was a few key things that the lady mentioned. Okay? She said they're good. It's a good response. People like it, etc., etc. We're getting good feedback. Motherfucking shit went down by millions of dollars. Cracker Barrel CEO came out here, went on Good Morning America, was lying her ass off. Okay? Lying her ass off to the people. We hear you. We see you. We heard what you were saying. And you love the change. Bullshit. Huh? When somebody loves the change, it doesn't cost you millions of dollars and shareholders, etc. It does not cost you for love in that way. Huh? Yeah, she changed the logo. Probably came in there with some probably some avocado rolls and shit. And you know, them folks at them palace, they said, what the hell is this shit? If there's avocados on that menu, they probably turn that motherfucker upside down. Okay? Yeah, that shit it don't work for establishments like this. That's not the formula. Okay? So, but see, this is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. On the flip side of it, guess what? Cracker Barrel heard through the numbers only money talk bullshit walk, right? Money talk bullshit walk. Cracker Barrel said, we back, nigga. Cracker Barrel said, we heard you, we back. That's right, God damn it. Cracker Barrel said, we heard you. We don't want to see no vegan in this motherfucker. We don't want nothing up in here. We back. Fuck that! Okay, Umar. Give me the bullshit I like. I want my lemonade. I want the Arnold Palmer's. Get the healthy shit up out of here. We don't want that. We want the dumpling. We want the chicken and dumplings specials. That's what we want, and we want this damn logo back, most importantly. How dare you? Huh?
I beg your pardon?
How dare you go woke with our logo? That cracker next to that barrel means everything to us. That's American history. That was when America was great. No point intended. Right? So yeah, y'all, shout out to everybody that's still in here with your boy, man. Salute. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so, family. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Ladies and gentlemen, salute to everybody. I want to thank everyone for contributing today. As always, keeping us open. Every contribution is appreciated, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are support Kev, I appreciate you, brother Kev, for putting on to the Cash App, sir. Thank you, sir. Salute to our brother Kev for putting on. Yes, indeed. Kev, salute. Yes, indeed. Okay, I appreciate Kev coming through. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to contribute to the broadcast, definitely hit that Cash App, $FTS49. And now, we are back here, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to touch in on a particular conversation that just took place. Now, for those of you who actually follow football a little bit, I mean, I hear football. I don't watch it at all. I don't watch football at all, family. At all. Okay. But Shiloh, Deion Sanders' son, was cut from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay. And then it looks like also the Browns are trying to run plays on Shedeur Sanders. So he's been dealing with some controversy on that side as well. But I'm bringing this up, man, because I really do appreciate, although Deion Sanders, I think him leaving, that black college to go over to Colorado was a sucker move. I'm going to just keep it a buck. I know Cass is gonna say, well, just because the man went to get a better opportunity and make more money, don't mean he's selling his folks out. Listen, sometimes you gotta plant your flag in order to change a community. Just because you're going different places, don't mean that same effect is gonna impact the collective. You can have greater impact when you plant your flag. That's the way I see it. But again, that's not my story. That's his. Right? Of course, the man is grown enough to do what he feels. However, his son, his sons particularly have become the targets of some of the envy and jealousy that comes with being his offspring. Okay? And in this particular case, I mean, there was a situation where he retaliated against a player who appeared to be aggressive with him. I don't have that particular exchange, but I'm bringing this up because I do respect, right? I could disagree with one thing and still respect you on a different note regarding something else, right? That's the way I move, okay? And in particular, and the mere fact that he's standing with his son, Shiloh Sanders, with the being cut away from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I respect that coming from a father, right? So let me see if I can bring this up, supersize it for everybody. There we go, supersize it. He was being interviewed, and I like how he stood on, as they say, on business in this particular clip here, y'all. So fair use.
Yes, sir. Obviously, Folsom put in the artificial turf this summer. What do you like about that look of the turf and the feel of it? Did the players enjoy it?
I like the look of it because it's beautiful. The feel of it, you guys don't get to experience it, but, night game like we're getting ready to play, it's a do or miss.
Now, this first half, I'm just playing this because I also respect that he put some he gave some props to the landscapers at this particular college. They took care of they take care of the property pretty nicely, and he decided to give them a little shine. A lot of folks don't do that, y'all. A lot of folks in these these positions right here, especially media personalities, they ain't shining on their pool guy, right? They ain't even shining. Some of them rarely shine on their chef unless their chef already got some motion moving when it comes to media, and then they'll give them a spotlight. But, those housekeepers and shit like that, man, ain't nobody putting the respect on these folks. Okay? So I do respect that he decided to do this in this case, and then he gets to his son after that. So let's keep it playing.
From this state of the city, whatever that it's on the field, and there's a lot of slipping going on, and we just tried to get away from that. We tried to do away with that because our teams are consistently fast football teams. Our kids can run. So we want to eliminate any slippage or anything that may cause us misfortune throughout the game. So Rick was kind enough, man, to get them to implement the turf, and I'm happy about it. It's beautiful as well. And we have several concerts. And you know what the concerts do to the turf? It eats it alive. Now our ground crew has one less job to do. That's why our practice fields look like they look right now, and they're beautiful. I mean, golf course green. Shout out to our grounds crew. They're doing a wonderful, especially on campus too. Have we got his name yet? No. Please, because he's awesome. Like, who's ever cutting the grass on campus? When do they cut the grass on campus? Like, I walk campus every day. Me and the staff never seen them do it, but it's always beautiful. We got to have one of the most beautiful campuses in the country. We really do.
Pat, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, Pat Graham again. Nice to see you. Hey, just got to talk to you about, NFL is a tough business. Shiloh had, some bad. It's just, have you talked to him and how are his spirits?
Oh, most definitely. He's my son. I'm proud of my kids, all of them. And I prepared my kids for any and everything that could possibly happen in life and in sports. That's part of fathering. That's part of parenting. That's part of having a relationship. Right. So he is mentally where he needs to be, physically where he needs to be. We're praying that he gets another opportunity to go with a team. But if he doesn't, the plans have already been put forward to what he's going to do next. So
now I want to highlight, y'all. Deion is a very slick, crafty social engineer, right? I like what he did here. What happens? What's the first thing that happens, right, when the media decides that they want to demonize black folks? They go immediately attacking the mental state of the individual. Then they also follow up and say, okay, well, physically, something is off there. And Deion, in this exchange here, knocks all of those particular talking points. He knocked them out the park real quick. Let's get that up out the way so you can't even come nowhere with it. We've seen these particular tactics, right, being utilized in the media when they want to demonize black men in particular all the time. Say that, oh, he might be mentally unstable and all this shit just because he decided to defend himself in an exchange against someone. Okay? Then he said physically. Okay, maybe Shallow isn't as in good a shape as people like to think he is, so he doesn't qualify to be in the NFL or on a professional team. Two of the talking points that are always weaponized when they want to justify exiling a particular player. Ain't that some shit? So I'm just watching how he working this mic. Pause. I'm watching how he working this mic and how he's finessing it. This dude is sharp, man. Very sharp. You know, and he's going to bat for his sons. I respect that. I ain't got to agree with the nigga moves to respect it. Let's keep on going.
Shiloh is a man of many talents. I don't know if you guys know, he's a man of many talents, and he's going to be straight. All the Sanders are going to be straight, with or without football. You better believe that. You better believe that. I take care of mine, and I've always have, and y'all know what I mean. You better believe that.
Good morning, Coach.
How you doing, sir?
Looking good, sounding good.
Yes, sir.
What's the number one priority to secure victory on Friday?
Mistake-free football.
Let's pull this back real quick here. He said, man, listen, my kids is going to be good. You understand? Saying the boys is going to be good because dad handles business regardless. That's the type of shit I like. Let me play this back, man. And he's standing on it. And he's like, okay, well, basically, you niggas is coming from my kids. You got to come from me, too. It is what it is. So this is why when I say, for those who are going to catch the replay, didn't get in here from the very beginning, right? We played the clip with the young boy being outraged about his mom throwing her funky ass in the air, right? No, apparently no father around, no solid uncles with any substance about them in the area to say, yeah, cut that shit out to the mom. Other than saying, let her go clap her little ass in the air and embarrass the shit out of that kid. You got to have some standards about yourself. All right, let's play this. I want y'all to feel this.
Prepared my kids for any and everything that could possibly happen in life and in sports. That's part of fathering. That's part of parenting. That's part of having a relationship. So he is mentally where he needs to be, physically where he needs to be. We're praying that he gets another opportunity to go with a team. But if he doesn't, the plans have already been put forward to what he's going to do next. So Shiloh's a man of many talents. I don't know if you guys know, he's a man of many talents, and he's going to be straight. All the Sanders are going to be straight, with or without football. You better believe that. You better believe that. I take care of mine, and I've always have, and y'all know what I mean. You better believe that.
That's 10 toes if I ever fucking seen it. You understand me? That's 10 toes.
Fuck that!
Huh? That's how you hold your youngins down. Okay? That's how you hold anything that's in your vicinity down. Alright? These carbon copy Negroes out here, $5 Negroes out here talking about I'm the man, but you ain't putting no shit in place. You ain't building nothing. You know what I mean? You ain't got no principles about yourself. You understand? These are the cats that I despise. Whether I agree with some of Deion's decisions, the moves he's made, that doesn't matter. This man is taking care of home first. Number one. And if you're mean enough to the man, then he makes sure that you good. You understand? That part, Brother Wolf. That part right there. So even again, when I look at stuff, man, and for black folks that really want to see repair happen for our community, Black America, it shouldn't be the end all be all. You need to have made something of yourself to secure what comes with getting reparative justice. You need to be a built man or woman prior to receiving reparations. You got to be that type of person. Reparations is just the cherry on the top of who you already are. Money only reveals. Money only reveals. If you ain't shit now, you're not going to be shit when you get reparations. You need to be something. Create something. Principles, etc. Know that your family going to be good regardless. Right? And when I heard this clip right here and I saw this clip, family, it brought me back to the brother Rock. Y'all remember Rock? Rock Emerson? Y'all remember that brother? Y'all remember? How many of y'all remember Rock Emerson, the garbage truck man? Right? And then his feud with the brother Andre Thompson. Andre Thompson, the drug dealer that came in the neighborhood trying to turn shit upside down. And Rock and them solid brothers in that community was like, listen, nigga, it's only so far you gonna be able to go with all of this fuck shit. We take care of ours over here. We don't need no extracurricular shit going on. You understand? Because I'm gonna be on your neck.
You just step in their necks.
Every time you come around with that bullshit. So I'm saying this, family, when we look and we think about the previous clip I showed y'all, the young boy essentially crying out loud, physically in aggression toward his own mom, because of the absence of standards and quality surrounding him. You know, these are these are the remnants of what happens when there's not solid leadership around folks. Okay, let me play a little bit of clip of this. I mean, I'm not monetized anyway. I'm gonna play this clip. I want to fresh everybody up, and I would recommend, if y'all get some time, man, go ahead and peep that exchange between Rock Emerson and brother Andre, man. I want to play this here.
We're your new neighbors. I'm Andre. What's up?
How many of y'all remember this?
This is what you little punks look like up close, huh?
Now, Rock, listen, he didn't mean that. Just go away and leave us alone, okay?
It's cool. We just came by to talk. Trying to be a little neighborly, you know what I'm saying? Least y'all could do is invite us in. Where's your home training, G?
I ain't got none for the likes of you out here. Come on. Now, you want to talk? You want to talk? We'll talk.
Bet. Let's go, fella.
Yeah, but just you.
Now, I'm playing this, ladies and gentlemen, because we are watching what's unfolding with Trump's initiatives going on, and we've watched it in D.C., right? At least whatever they're allowing us to see through the media. We're also bearing witness to the next stage, which he is saying is going to be Chicago, as far as cleaning things up, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the content creator as well that I am using this from. Now, there's a great deal of people who are crying out, saying that just a bunch of, as they call them today, YNs wreaking havoc on the community. Well, a great deal of those YNs are coming from that matriarch household. In the clip with which I just played, where the mom was throwing that ass in the circle. She couldn't help herself, right? Couldn't help herself but bend over in broad daylight with her fucking stanky, funky ass in the air. Okay? Embarrassing that little boy. And you got people supporting the bullshit. All right? These brothers that I'm playing here, this is why I like to play this exchange. All right? These things are coming from these matriarch households, ladies and gentlemen. Coming from the YNs, as they say, who are spawns of the ratchet bust down. Right? From the ghettos, as they say. From the hood and aggression environments. Where Andre, right, in this case, gets to wreak havoc on the community if there aren't men. Solid men saying, I'm going to take care of my family regardless of who comes in the area talking that fly shit. Shout out to Deion. Right? Shout out to Deion. My family, my community going to be good because I stand for something. Rock and them brothers there. Look at Pop. Even Pop was like, listen, let me get a hand at this. Let me get this nigga here. That's what Pop let me do. Pop old as shit, but he like, you know what? I'll throw one. It might be all bones, but I'll throw one just cuz. Where is that fight at now? Some folks are now being called coons, etc. All of this because they booty clapping for Trump to try to initiate some of this quote unquote law and order. Now, I do see this being, don't get me wrong, there are people who are advocating and supportive of Trump's initiative because they have their own agendas in mind. Not the collective repair, correction, not so much repair, but correction of the communities with which we predominantly roamed and resided in. They have their own agendas. A lot of niggas are auditioning to be the next bootlicks. Okay? A Democrat or a Republican. A lot of quote-unquote niggas that's coming from the quote-unquote grassroots are auditioning to be the next bootlick class of these parties. I'm saying it with my chest. I don't give a fuck who gets mad. Okay? But in these areas, there's always Andre. Because the right guy hasn't stood up enough, or he's incarcerated, or he's running off to the suburbs and living with white folks in HOAs. Because he got ran off. And the ratchet bust down helped do it. Okay? I'm just putting it, let's really keep it a buck out here, y'all. But let me play some more of this. We need more Rock Emersons to come back. to get our community prepared for reparations, not to get it, but prepared for reparations. We need Rock Emersons and alike in these communities. For real, for real. We need them. Let's play some more of this.
All right. Yo, wait for me back at the crib, man. This will be easy.
Okay, Mr. Big Shot crack dealer. Let's talk.
Yeah, that's cool, but just you.
I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, Pop. Look at
Rock,
Pop.
I
See?
don't want him in this house at
Look at
all, much less alone with you.
Oh, no, it's okay, Eleanor. It's okay. I can handle this little punk.
Yeah.
Now, Pop, please. I want you and Joy to take Eleanor upstairs.
Oh,
Well,
no,
I ain't
baby.
happy with this, son.
Pop,
Look at
Pop,
Pop. Yeah,
please.
Pop. Listen. It has always been and will always be until enough Rock Emerson's Pop and his brother come back to the forefront, brothers. Okay? Come back to the forefront. Right? To have these communities prepared for reparations. Come back to the forefront. You can call me a coon or whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a flying fuck, quite frankly. Okay? But it has been Andres, the Ratchets, who create the spawn that is what they call today the YN. That's sticking up the old civilized chick who never left the neighborhood because she remembers it for what it used to be during the glory days, right? And then ultimately she kind of aged out to where she can't really get to the bag to even afford to live in a better neighborhood. Some choose, some are forced to stay where they are. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to run into an Andre before they run into a Rock. Okay? I'm just making it make sense, man. All right? Folks are outraged for the cleanup that needs to happen. Right? Some folks say that Black America may owe. Now watch me. This is what some people are saying. I'm not saying this. Some folks are saying that many black folks owe Biden an apology for the 94 crime bill. Listen. Listen. Some folks are saying that 94 crime bill is now showing its face to be justified in the conduct of unsafe, predominantly black communities. Okay? They're saying that there needs to be a new crime bill. Some folks are even say that stop and frisk. Rudy Giuliani wasn't over the top when he did it. This ain't me saying it. This is what I'm hearing some folks saying, y'all. Y'all let me know. Was Biden justified in the reasoning with which he gave for implementing what we all know as the 94 crime bill? Locking up predominantly black folks, saying they're thugs, they're going to be doing blase blah in the neighborhood, all with which we hear complaints and we see on some of these social media feeds and clips. What they call today the YN, sticking somebody up, robbing somebody, blowing somebody's shit out, live on live feeds. Y'all let me know, man. This is a conversation. Huh? Is it Do all the Rock Emersons still in the community? Do they still exist? Or have they been muzzled by a system that supports the ratchet Section 8 chick? And if he get too loud, although he may not be bringing in as much money to her because she's government funded, she giving him the ultimatum to shut your fucking mouth up or you getting out of my Section 8 house. Has the Rock of our communities been muzzled by the Section 8 female, Section 8 ratchet? Yeah. Come on now. Let's play some more.
Come on, Eleanor. You remember, son, I'll be right at the top of the stairs.
Shout out to Pop.
Save your breath, Rock. I've seen too many of my friends go down with the help of suckers like this. I ain't going nowhere.
That's no fair. Look at that, y'all. I look at this clip, right? And for those of you who are new to the program, some of my family, y'all been with me since day one. Yeah, I know I got a garden in my old neighborhood. We feed we're almost at 900 families. Right now, we're sitting at 860 right now, 860 families right now. I don't know if we're gonna make the 900 family by the end of the year, but we're right at 860, 62 right now. And we've always tried to do things in the community. We give away a lot of food, etc. We were out there. I'm just saying this picture right here for myself, y'all. We were out there one day and this punk came through with his girl, and she got tattoos all the way up her fucking leg, ass is out, titties out, and they got a baby with them in the stroller, right? He got a tank top on and shit like this, and we trying to give out fruit and food. And they come right in front of the fucking garden and they smoking weed. The mom and the dad. Mom got one baby in the stroller, another baby on her arm. Dad got a tank top on. Right? And I'm looking at this cat blow weed. I'm looking at mom blow weed in these babies' faces. Right? And I'm about to say something. Right? I'm rocking this moment. I'm about to say something. And my partner like, listen, don't even do it, man. Don't even do it. Because, yeah, I mean, you're involved here or whatever, but you don't live here anymore. Right? You're involved here, but you don't live here anymore. And that could lead to trouble for me in the future. Or even trouble for us right now because of the type of cat that this guy is. He'll shoot you, Chef. I seen this dude around. He'll shoot you, man. I said, man, fuck that, man. This shit it's been since 2014, man, putting this garden together for the community. And we got punks like this right out in front. Clearly he got no respect for his kids. Clearly she's a ratchet. Right? And I'm saying this, y'all, just so we understand that Andre and the ratchet, both sides of the same coin. Right? And I'm looking at that kid in that stroller and the kid that is on his mother's arm. I'm like, God damn, they so far. They got to start so far behind. Because a Rock, or in this case, a Chef C and company are muzzled because, just keep it a buck, the fear of there being a shooting in the area. And I say, you know what, where's the Rocks at? I tell you what, if I did still live in my old community, I would have said something, y'all. Actually, shit, I came back the following week and said something to that cat. And it didn't turn out the way that they thought it would. Okay? He understood what we were doing at that garden. But when older heads, when your OGs got fear of the youngins, this is where shit breaks down. And this is why, for those who've been with me since day one, when I end these broadcasts and I say, you stand for nothing, you fall for anything, I mean that shit. A lot of men ain't standing no more. A lot of men ain't standing. Although they want to help, they not standing. Shout out to Rock, man. Shout out to Rock. Shout out to Deion. Let me play some more of this, and we're going to get ready to shut this thing down.
It's all right.
Now, let me break this down to you, G. I got a nice little thing going across the street, you understand? And I don't need somebody like you messing things up with your little phone calls to the police and your stupid-ass block parties. This ain't none of your damn business, man. You understand? I'm trying to get paid, you understand? And I don't need you butting into my affairs.
Salute the ABM. Salute, brother
I thought
ABM.
this was a nice neighborhood, man.
Yeah, it was a nice neighborhood. It's always been a nice neighborhood.
Yeah, well, I hear what you're saying, brother. But I'm a businessman, you know what I mean?
You're a businessman?
That's right.
Is that what you call yourself? You ain't no businessman.
Right.
You're a murderer. And you're killing your own people. Now, you may have done your killing someplace else, but it ain't happening here.
That part.
Why are you trying to be a hero, man? Huh? I mean, it looked like you got it bad enough as it is. Working a lousy job, busting your ass, picking up people's garbage. Got your brother and your father on your back.
Yeah, well, how you know about all that?
You watching me? I'm watching you.
They always do, y'all. They always do.
All right, G, I'm sorry, man. Look.
That's the other thing right there. You think you invisible. Man, they always watching. Seeing how you moving. I come to my garden, man. I got my nice vehicle. Bruh, man, listen. I know that it had been one time I'd have got stuck up if I didn't look quick enough at one time. There was one dude that was running up to my shit. And as soon as I turned, he stopped and walked off like he was playing it off. Man, I tell you, boy, it's really, if we're gonna see if the reparative justice is going to sustain itself, the foundation needs to be right. The foundation needs to be correct. Okay? In order for that repair, should we see it in our lifetime, to really stretch the way we need it to stretch. Get back to this type of shit here. I'm being afraid of these fucking punks. Then gotta tap white daddy on his shoulder and say, come help me. Come help me. Man, look. Let's play some more of this.
Let's cut through all the crap, all right? I'm gonna make things real easy for you, man. How much they paying you down at that little funky garbage dump?
But you think you can buy me off?
I'm trying, G.
I don't want your damn money, you know. I'll empty trash cans for the rest of my life before I take money from you.
Well, I got drugs, homie. What you need?
Listen to me, you little filthy punk. I don't think I made myself clear. I don't want your drugs. I don't want your money. I want your sorry ass out of my house and off my street. You understand?
Okay, Rock, now you gotta stop this now.
Stay out of this, Ellen.
I don't think you want to do this, G.
Oh, yeah, I've been wanting to do this ever since you moved.
No, I don't think you want to find one of these loved ones of yours in one of those garbage cans you pick.
If you ever so much as look in that direction, I'll run down on you and I'll break your back.
Oh, don't hurt him, son.
Now you don't know how crazy I am.
Rock, let him go.
Now look. I like this energy. I like this. See, I'm going to say this to our sisters in here. When your men do decide to get back on this type of time, because it's happening. It's happening. We are just as sick of the communities not being what they should be. When your men decide to get like this against any opposition, you step out of the way. You back off. We don't want to hear you saying, calm down. None of that. When men become the true patriarchs, Black American men, return to true patriarchy, you step out of the way. Look at them brothers. I want to show, look at this shit, y'all. Father, brother, son, all up on this nigga's neck.
You just step in their necks.
You understand me? You want to be proud of your men again? You let him handle business. You let him do it. You let him reclaim the community. Because when he stands, he needs to be allowed to stand tall against any color. I don't care if you white, black, whatever the fuck it is. When you doing bullshit, you bringing bullshit to the community, you got to answer to some people, some folks. Look at all them brothers up on his ass. That's how it's got to be. It's got to get back to that. And then when reparations hit us the way it's going to hit us, we are prepared. It is sustainable. Without this, it just becomes a hobby, a fallacy. Okay? That part. Shout out to my sister Star. And the women corral them funky ass ratchets. We all got to take our corner. We all got to handle our assignment given by God. Ratchet has no business existing. Okay? But it exists when normal men, when solid men stand by and do nothing. They on this nigga's neck. So I just wanted to play that for the family, man. You know, I hear a lot of people feeling some type of way about what's going on in Chicago. And I say to myself, you know what? The collective, it's not enough of us yet to handle it on our own. So I have no objections with Trump getting it started, per se, ladies and gentlemen. I have no objections with that. All right? However, he ain't got to be the leading force on that. Let alone these loudmouth, agenda-driven, I'm with my party ass, melanated sellouts who just trying to get a pat on their head and be the next Boule class as well. We don't need to hear from them either. None of them. It starts with you, Black America. It starts with you. So this is why I say, as I always have always said, in a system of white degeneracy, you stand for nothing, you fall for anything.